Hi, welcome back. You're watching Midcap Radar. Well, the Reserve Bank's Board of Financial Supervision is meeting today to discuss the PCA norms. Sources suggest that the RBI will evaluate if a few of the 11 weak banks can be pulled out of PCA and lending restrictions may be eased for a few of them. Ritu Singh has more on that. Ritu.
Also, Menon, that's right. The BFS, that is the Board for Financial Supervision of the RBI, will be holding a meeting today to review the financial health of these 11 weak banks that have been placed under RBI's prompt corrective action. Two of these 11 banks even have lending restrictions. Those are Dena Bank and Allahabad Bank on account of their, exceptionally weak asset quality and negative returns on assets. Now, what we understand is that this is only a review of these 11 banks. It is not necessary that at the end of the meeting there is some relaxation that is suggested, but yes, the banks we do understand may be looked at, especially the ones that are undergoing consolidation, on whether or not some of these restrictions can be eased. Remember, there has been a very strong clamour from the government officials as well, asking RBI to relax these criteria in order to ensure better credit flow in the economy, and they argue that lending restrictions on some of these banks is hurting the credit flow, and therefore RBI must take a relook at these guidelines. Today we understand after the meeting, the recommendations will be submitted to the board of RBI, which is now going to meet on the 14th of December. So before that, this exercise will be completed. We do understand that, the board meeting, the meeting of the BFS is likely to end towards the second half of this day after 5:30 or so. So we'll bring you more updates after that.
Ritu, thank you very much for that. The Maruti stock is sulking in trade. It's down more than 3%. This after Mr. R.C. Bhargav, chairman of Maruti Suzuki, has told CNBC TV18 that demand trends for F520, which is the coming financial year, continue to be uncertain. Listen in.
This year, getting to double digits is going to be very challenging. We are still doing our best, but the task is not going to be easy. And I would not be surprised if we don't get to double digits this year, because of the fact that this is a pre-election year. We've had full good years. We've not had a new model launch when we should have had. All of these things are going to come into play. We haven't got a long-term target. This year's target was, I think, about 125,000 cars. And I think that has been revised downwards to maybe around 110 or 115,000. I'm not sure of the exact number, but it has been revised down.
Okay, so that is Mr. Bhargav. There's news at the bottom of the screen. This is from Reuters. Theresa May, the United Kingdom Prime Minister, is saying that it's my deal, no deal, or no Brexit at all. So that is a comment. That's an exact quote. She's essentially saying that the risk is that the UK ends up with no Brexit at all. Remember, the debate is on in the UK Parliament, and the vote on the deal, the Brexit, which is being proposed by Theresa May and her government. The Parliament is expected to vote on that deal the coming week, next week. So some comments from that, it's going to be big news when whichever way it goes. But these are comments coming in from Theresa May. We'll take a very quick break here. Thank you very much for staying with us here on Midcap Radar. The Mutual Fund Corner coming up, and we take all your mutual fund questions on the other side.